I'm in a place where I play a lot in the scale, in the chord, and I'm trying to break out a little bit, just trying, but I'm not doing really well at it. So is that something that you practice that now I'm in? Now I go out and do you have an exercise?
The inside and the outside thing, there's definitely part of an exercise-based approach. You know, here I am, and let's simplify it to one chord. This is G minor, for instance. So G minor pentatonic, that's our in, that's our home. So yes, you can absolutely say, I'm going to play in G minor pentatonic, and then I'm going to go to like B minor pentatonic, which is very out from G minor, and then I'm going to come back again. So you start to explore different sounds. But yes, it's starting home, going out, and finding your way back home. That's one concept. Before you get to any of that, you have to have, I think, an awareness of what that feels like, of what that sounds like. And I don't think there's any better place to do that than listening to people you love do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, so, and it's like, if I want to learn Spanish with a Cuban accent, I'm not going to listen to like Mexican TV or watch Mexican TV. I'm going to listen to Cuban radio, you know what I mean? Or if I want to learn a language, period. If I want to learn Spanish, I'm not going to listen to French all day long. You know, so it's whatever, you have to immerse yourself just as you were immersed as an infant, and not think about music as being any different from learning your first language or second or third language. And I think that gets missed, that point gets missed a lot, because people are trying to put names and categories and exercises and concepts to it, and it's like, if you listen enough, you will play that way.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason that like the manouche, the gypsy guitar players from the south of France, they just have the guitar that's like huge for them when they're 3 years old, and they sit around the fire with the legends, and by the time they're 8, 9 years old, they've just heard it and seen it every single day. They can't but be some of the greatest musicians as a result of it. But we don't do that. Our music school method of learning, our curriculum method of learning, our own perception of what it is as a language and what a language actually is, I think is a massive misconception when it comes to music with that. I think there's a big disconnect there. And if we simply immersed ourselves in the music and started to sing phrases and then transcribe those phrases and learn rhythms and rhythmic variation, melodic variation, and eventually, you know, you can come back to the theory of it. I think people go theory first. Yeah. Listen later. And this is so wrong. It's so wrong. In my opinion, of course, but I don't know, I stand very strongly by that. You know, you come afterwards and you say, well, here's G, or just G, and there's an out note, going to another L, and coming in again. You can analyze that, well, that's a sharp 5, and you go to the natural 7, and this is a resolution of 5 to 1, blah, blah, blah. But you're never going to play that honestly unless you've heard that and been immersed in it and are drawn to it, and are then so drawn to it and get so inside it that you then make it something of your own and connect it to an emotion you're having. Now, these concepts are like way down the line for most people, unfortunately, because most people don't get to do the fundamental work of just listening and just immersing themselves in it. You know, making an emotional connection to E flat and F sharp on a G chord, that is kind of a little bit of an advanced concept. Theoretically. Emotionally, if you heard that on an album, you just think, oh wow, that sounds beautiful.
Sounds great.
Sounds great. Yeah. So there's no reason you shouldn't think it sounds great and then do it and make it sound great and have that be a part of your vocabulary. All of my opinions and my speech patterns and my grammar and my technique speaking English to you as yours are to me, I haven't thought about how I use the word and. No. It's just a really useful word.
Yeah.
I don't think about how I say your name or how I greet you or any. I never think about, I never analyze it. I never use theory before practicality. You know, I never use theory before execution. I might analyze a passage of text. Oh wow, what was the meaning here? And wow, that grammar's really interesting. But this is just for intellectualizing music or verbalizing music. It's like, great, you know what Dorian is. Congratulations. Now, does that make you a better musician? No. Because you haven't listened enough, you haven't experienced enough, you know, and It's tough. You're 17, 18 years old, going to music school, whatever it is, and you don't have any experience. How could you possibly have any experience? You're 18 years old. So this is like kind of the wrong time to be learning theory, almost. This is the time where you want to experience all of this great stuff. And then give it labels and names later if you want to convey that to people. You know, if I have a piano player and I don't want to walk over to the piano player and say, this is the voicing, I can say, oh, that's, you know, Lydian flat 9 or something. And it's very quick, because then the piano player, if they understand that language, they go, oh, well, great, I know what sound you're going for. But I don't say, oh, I really think you should play this. And I don't write the music like that. I don't perform the music like that. It's just a quick way of explaining it to someone in a rehearsal. It's not how I learn. It's not how we assimilate any kind of language. So I think that's really important. That's something I try and work on every day. And something I'm actually really bad at, you know, like picking out notes and listening. As much as I do it all the time, it's something I continually strive for, even after 25 years of doing it. This is one thing I'm looking to improve all the time. This is one of the things I do the most. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think I'll go home and just try out to try out different notes outside, and see how it makes me feel.
Exactly. And listen to records where that's happening.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what is that? Oh, he played up a half step and then he went back, or whatever, whoever it is. Like, and then those can be the basis of exercises. Once you, oh, I like that thing, that sound. So let me practice it all over the instrument so I have that sound in every key.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Fantastic.
Cool, dude.
Thank you.
Dude, you're the man.
Take care. Perfect.